Then, I came up with the frog splash thinking that's the most impact I can think of, is jumping up as high as I can and just coming down and throwing my weight and gravity on somebody. Bam. Although now a Van Daminator, I think, could cause actually even more impact, because then I'm kicking with both legs on top of the momentum. Dude, did you know you can subscribe to onlywrestlers.com and keep in touch with your favorite wrestlers? The party never has to end.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Which was neat. And something that I noticed too, Rob, I don't know if you recall this, but you hit the 5-star frog splash, but you finished.
It wasn't my finish, right?
Yeah, you did the split-legged
moonsault. Finish, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that got a big pop when you did the split-legged moonsault too. You got the crowd reacted big time, so that was pretty cool too.
Nice, yeah. I ended up switching that. Damn, so that's 97. It's weird because I thought I switched that way before, because Ron Slinker told me, you got the split-legged moonsault. It's pretty, but it's soft, and you're wrestling guys that are way bigger than you. You need to come up with a finish with more impact. And it was Slinker, the same guy that named me Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
And then, I came up with the frog splash thinking that's the most impact I can think of, is jumping up as high as I can and just coming down and throwing my weight and gravity on somebody. Bam. Although now a Van Daminator, I think, could cause actually even more impact, because then I'm kicking with both legs on top of the momentum. But I wonder what year that was then that I switched that. That's weird.
It probably wasn't too long after that then, right?
I would have thought it was before that until we just laid this out. Yeah, because Slinker, the WCW was December of 92 till May of 93. And I thought it was during that time actually, but I guess I don't know. Maybe I kept the split-legged moonsault as a finish, and then maybe it was as late as 97 when he told me I need to change it.
Or did you just do it because it was different on WWE?
Right. Who knows?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Kyle Z added, I watched the match with RVD Lawler versus the Headbangers recently. Noted that Vince and JR are orgasming on the frog splash. So they must have liked the frog splash. They must have liked it. All right, let's hit another super chat.
And we did that a couple times, by the way. I think we had 2 matches, so I don't know if the other one. No, they were all TV. I wasn't doing house shows for WWE at the time, so there was 2 matches. One might have been one of their lesser TV shows. You know what I mean? It could have been Sunday Night Heat. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think we wrestled twice against the Headbangers, and that's when I was thinking, okay, they're starting to form me, shape me, mold me into something, but what?
Yeah, what is it exactly? And it's so weird too, because you're in that position where you had just said it, you're like, what am I in ECW and what am I in WWE? It's, and you're trying to, and you're in the competitive mindset at that point in time too. So that's a lot of stuff coming into play during what is going to be a hot time in wrestling too. Kyle Z says number 420. He's smoking 91% sativa vape over here. So how about that? Shout out Kyle Z. Yum the Dawn. Thanks for the $2. He says just hopes you're feeling better. Happy 20 WrestleMania week. So thank you, Jen, for chatting in.
Right on. Appreciate you, dude. And YouTube Chris says in 98 I made the 5-star my finish and stopped using the split-legged moonsault as my finish. So in 98 I'm already in ECW for 2 years. So I guess when I went there, maybe split-legged moonsault was my finish. Well, yeah, I beat Axel Rotten with it. I guess that was my finish going in there still. Wow. Little later in life than I thought. But
yeah, me too. I thought you probably adopted that in 97-ish. But thanks, YouTube Chris.
I think same thing. I think with the match with Axel Rotten, my debut match with ECW,
yeah.
I think I hit the frog splash, but didn't pin him, and then ended up using the split leg moonsault as the finish, I believe. Maybe I covered him and he kicked out. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting too, because didn't John Morrison, he did the Starship Pain, which was like initially a split legged, but then he twisted, and that was his finisher, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
should be. It's a badass move.
It is a badass move. Yeah, I love John Morrison, man. I wish they would show him more on AEW and stuff.
Good dude. Yeah, always happy to see him. And that's literally the way to take somebody's move and put your own spin on it.
Yeah, right. That's it. Make it your own thing. You don't have to, like, even you did.
I'm that girl last week that didn't know what literally means.
Yeah, right. What was her name? I can't remember. Kimberly.
There you go, Kimberly. That's what literally. He literally put his own spin on it because he spins while he does the move. So it's the literal sense of the action spin.
That's how it works. Yeah. Speaking of online stuff, I wanted to share this with you. Triple H made an interesting quote that really harkened back to what we were talking about.
Let me add this. In '96, when I went to ECW, and I was doing the frog splash, I used to do it different. I used to bridge back, and then come down and slam, and I broke my wrist doing that in a match with Stevie Richards. And I broke his face in the same match with a different move. And after that, I changed the way that I did the splash into a tuck. So I jump up and then I kind of like tuck in and then come out instead of bridging back. But the bridge in the arch, like when I do a crossbody, it was like I thought it was pretty, but bam. Somehow when I came down, it put too much pressure on my fucking my carpal tunnel gimmick. and so was I using that as a finish then? I guess not, because that was 96. And then we were talking about 97 WWE. YouTube Chris says 98, which was still ECW post WWE. Interesting. I wonder if there's a single match where, oh my God, he won with the frog splash. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Van Terminator is a finishing move.
Van Terminator 2, when you did that was fucking devastating.
Better be.
Heck yeah. All right, so this was now
in AEW. If I hit someone with a Van Terminator, I'm afraid they'd stand right up and then give me a Hurricane Rana to my backside.
Yeah, they'd kick out at 2. Somebody kick out at 2 on that one. Let's see here.
Kick out at 1.
Kick out at 1.
They would.
Yeah. Spring is here, and you want to look good. Moving into spring, getting ready for summer, getting ready for the sunlight out, the rays hitting you. You want to look good. You look good. You want to almost say you want to look perfect. You won't look any more perfect than using Perfect Jeans. And I tell you what, you won't feel any more better this summer and spring with Perfect Jeans. I tell you what, they have the best, no doubt about it. This is a legitimate shoot. I am taking the Perfect Jeans with me to WrestleMania week this coming week. They are my favorite pair of pants I own overall, and I will be rocking them. I'll be rocking the Perfect Jean in Las Vegas at WrestleMania week. So you should be on the lookout for that. But you should be on the lookout for our special code that we got for you guys in this special offer this week. The Perfect Jean is something that me and Rob, we got early on here, and I can't speak highly enough, like I said, of it. And I got the light blue kind, which was such a cool looking pair, and they fit me great. The form fitting is everything, and they stretch great too. So much good stuff. The Perfect Jean always has free shipping and exchanges and returns. And you can have a peace of mind knowing that your order is completely risk-free as well. So Perfect Jean doesn't stop at just jeans. They've also revolutionized t-shirts too, which is cool. The Perfect Tee has enough to stretch and hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. It's as soft as butter without shrinking in the wash. Like all your other tees, it's perfect. So it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code RVD15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code RVD15. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that One of a Kind with RVD sent you. F your khakis and get The perfect G.